Well, that explains why they both quit their jobs. I can see it flopping though, can't you? Hi, it's me again. And I did think it was weird that Matt Lucas and David Walliams both quit their jobs. I mean, Matt Lucas had a cracking little job there presenting Bake Off. I wouldn't mind that one myself. And David Walliams is no big loss to Britain's Got Talent, obviously, anyway, is it? But it seems odd that he quit when he was like the star of the whole thing. Now we know why. They're working on a new project together and, well, it's not a new project. They're recycling something that made them famous. Have a look. Matt Lucas has revealed he is working on a follow-up to Little Britain with David Walliams, but with no controversial characters. Well, that's that flop then, isn't it? The only reason it was funny is because of the controversial characters. There's no other reason that was funny. Lou and Andy were crackers. My personal favourite was Ting Tong Macadang Dang. That was the best character in that whole thing. Was Ting Tong. She was great. Oh, Mr. Dudley. And every time he went out to get a paper, he'd come back and there was a family member or she turned it into Ting Tong's Thai palace or something. Can't do that anymore. Can't do that. You might offend someone. You can't possibly do that anymore. So how's this show going to work if there's no controversial characters in it? That's why it was funny. So yeah, you've quit your jobs to work on what's probably going to flop, I would imagine. Let's read on. They previously came under fire for Little Britain and it was removed from BBC iPlayer in June 2020 because of its inclusion of blackface. It was also later removed from Netflix, along with the pair's spin-off Come Fly With Me. That was quite good. I didn't mind Come Fly With Me. It wasn't as good as Little Britain. But I've got Little Britain, I've got the DVDs of it, and I ripped them onto a computer so I can watch it on the telly. Yeah, and it's been a few years since I watched it, and it ain't quite as funny as I remember it being when I was younger. I have to admit that. I think the world's moved on, hasn't it? We just thought it was time, so we quit our jobs and decided to do that. We started last week. We got together and started brainstorming. Some companies are not allowed to say the word brainstorming anymore because it's offensive to people who have issues up there. So yeah, you've already offended me, I'm afraid. Appearing on Zoe Ball's breakfast show, Matt added, "We've got an idea for a new show and we need a few more brainstorming sessions. But we know what we want the show to be. Not funny if it's not going to be offensive. It will be a show with us playing lots of characters, but we have to write the treatment for it, so we have to go and pitch it and see if anyone wants to make it." Oh, the BBC will make it. And you need to pitch it to anybody, do you? All they would have to do is phone up the BBC and say, yeah, we're going to redo Little Britain. And yeah, how much money do you want? That'll be that, won't it? But yeah, without the offence, is it funny? Think of all the characters. I mean, I know it's a bit Marmite and not many people, well, probably not many people out there like Little Britain. I didn't mind it. It was a big thing that went on. I got into it late, but I didn't mind it. But it was the offensive characters that were the best one. Emily Howard, the trans woman. Can they do that now? No. Ting Tong's gone. The blackface characters went. He dressed up as a champagne for everyone, and then there was the black one in that. Can't do that anymore. And you can't do Bubbles anyway because she was fat, and you can't portray that because that might be offensive to fat people. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be making a comedy show at the minute that didn't want to offend anybody because it won't be funny, will it? But yeah, it doesn't say who's going to take this show on. It's going to be the BBC, and it will be the BBC. And yeah, it's gonna flop. I mean, they're thinking of calling it Little Brexit. Really, is that what they're thinking of calling it? Oh, God, I don't know. Let me know what you think about it all down in the comments below. And as always, thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, because that way, hopefully, I'll see you in another video again soon. Why not? Ta-da.